can talk about it. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. You can talk about it. You can talk about it. You can talk about it.
What side?
Oh my God.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Oh my God.
Yo, welcome to the Backroom Speaks podcast, the brave space for creatives. And I know that we are the brave space for creatives because, you know, ain't no more. I'm Law. And this is my wonderful co-host, Lysa.
I am Lysa, and I hate it here. You guys don't know what I go through.
Yes, we do.
Before...
We see it every week.
Oh, well, let me just reiterate.
Add Horn Snap, and you'll see what happened before.
Yeah, don't add me on Snapchat. But y'all don't know what I deal with leading up to these things. He just actually gave us a full rendition of Sounds of the Slave Ship before the camera started rolling. And so...
come on, man. This is what we do. Man.
What episode is this? How many more?
Oh shoot! I didn't even say what episode it was. This is episode. What episode is this?
I think
8. This is episode 8, bro. We're creeping up on 10.
How many more we got to do of these?
Shit, like 300 more. Episode 8 of the Backroom Speaks podcast, and we're excited. Like we're reaching up to episode 10, which is another milestone for us. And we can't wait. That's gonna be a dope episode, by the way.
I don't even know what it is.
I do. Actually, we're gonna rock. Welcome to the Background Speak podcast once again. We're having fun today. I feel like we've been tackling so many topics, getting deep into the back room. You know what I mean?
The back room.
We're gonna have a little fun today. Before I do that, I do want to just off script give a shout out to my wife and her family.
Yes.
Lost my father-in-law just a couple days ago. So shout out to my wife Dominique.
We love you.
Sonia Collins.
Big song.
Mama, you know what I mean? Love y'all. Also, we lost someone just recently. Paul Mooney.
Oh yeah, man. End of an era.
Oh my gosh, legend. And if you follow, a lot of people got introduced to him by Chappelle Show, which was my introduction to him because I'm young, but obviously he written for Richard Pryor. It's like best friends with Richard Pryor. Super legend. One of my favorite comics. R.I.P. to Paul Mooney. Today is the day. So obviously, when the pandemic started, Lysa, we were all at homes. We were all at home.
You were at home.
Well, I was at home, but we were bored. We had nothing to do. Nobody was working. Well, I was. You were kind of too, right?
I worked throughout the damn pandemic.
Either way, whether
in
you
the
worked
building.
at a job, yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, my hours got condensed, but we was still in there, mom.
But we were at home and we had nothing to do, and
True.
We had our phones in our hands, and
The entire time.
The beauty of the pandemic was all the great things we got out of it, including like people who weren't familiar with gosh. I'm really running a blank. DJ D Nice.
Oh, that's
right?
like I couldn't read your brain. Sorry.
Gosh. People who aren't familiar with him, he's a legend as well, hip hop. But he gave us his quarantine DJ sets, Club Quarantine. And that was super dope. And he's DJing for hours, and I was in my crib jamming.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Also, what we got through the pandemic was VERZUZ, which was just, it was great.
Yep.
Some of the great ones back when they were actually doing like the producer battles, when Swizz and Tim actually did it.
That was cool.
You know, Manny Fresh and Scott Storch and The Dream and Sean Garrett.
That was one of my
freaking Dallas Austin and Neo. Like, these were groundbreaking. You know, Babyface and
changed my life.
oh gosh, Teddy Riley, God bless him. But that battle, both of them, because there were two, were amazing. And you know, we decided we wanted to kind of give our own version of that in a sense, right?
We were gonna try.
We're gonna try.
We're gonna try. When putting this together, believe it or not, there's a lot of planning that goes into these episodes, and you know, we give like things that we want to cover, and then we literally just let it rip. But we sat on the phone and tried to, you know, limit category, like do categories, which originally started out as like, I'm like, okay, what if we do jazz, gospel, R&B, hip hop, country? I was gonna try to push country because we're mutts. We literally listen to everything. Some stuff more than usual, but like we literally listen to everything. And now I'm thinking of another category we should have added, which was probably movie soundtracks.
Hey,
we could have did that.
We could.
And I already
we can
know
go back and
we damn near might add it at the end of this episode. We roll in.
No, maybe like next milestone we can do another versus with
fake versus.
A whole other group of genres.
Yeah, I think that'd be a
movie
lot of fun.
soundtracks can be in that. We can bring it up to the 2020s.
Yes.
You know, well, 2020, 2021.
Yeah. We're gonna try to cover like 40 years of music.
Yeah.
Like,
well, we're gonna do that today.
We're gonna cover 40 years of music in about 4 different genres, and you know, guys, we listen to weird stuff. Don't judge us.
But you know what? Actually, and we've seen the list. We've seen each other's list already. Like none of this stuff is. I wouldn't say it's weird.
I think
as we
weird.
get deeper and do this again, then you will really be able to see our ears.
Yeah,
that makes
see
sense.
Our ears,
like,
and our minds.
And understand how weird we are. Because first of all, if you go, I know for a fact I haven't seen her playlist, but if you go through either one of our playlists on whatever platform, I use Spotify, and just go through
Apple Music person.
You go through the playlist of each one of our phones, you're gonna be confused as to what race we are.
Yep.
What we mainly do, whether it's, you know, her singing or me playing or singing or whatever. Yeah. Like, you'll be completely confused because it's this big melting pot of stuff. And look, that's who we want to. That's what this pod is for. It's like creatives who, you know, whether you're in a gospel space, a hip hop space, R&B, a jazz, you know, whatever, classical. That's all. That's in our playlist too. Yeah. Country, you know,
fusion, all that crap.
And we can still make the case that the whites stole that from us, but that's another thing.
That's another episode.
You know, we're gonna talk about culture vultures one day. Lisa keeps running. I keep
running from it,
but yeah, I'm going in on you niggas,
man.
And I said this on a previous episode when I tried to tease it again, but you know, black people can be culture vultures too.
Say that 10 times fast.
I can't. But yeah. So we're gonna start this joint, right? Yeah. So what we did, Lisa already kind of said it, but like what we did was we got 4 different decades, 4 different genres.
So we did the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the 10s, 2010. You know, all the way up to like.
And the 1910s or the 2000s.
2010s, you idiot.
The 1910s.
Also, this was before we get started, because now I really want to get through this. This was way more difficult than I thought it would be. Facts. Because I had a chance to really like, and we'll talk a little bit more about this once we get into some music, but like when you sit there and really analyze like these decades of music, there were like different faces of it, right? Like I was able to split, you know, of each genre, I was able to split like the 80s into 3 different categories, right? Like it was like, okay, that early and then like that middle. And it's like just the sounds of these decades, like to see how music is like transitioned so much. I was like overwhelmed, indecisive. I'm still unsettled about my list right now. I think one of the funny thing is, I think one of the things that terrifies me more than if somebody said like, then I can't even talk. Something that terrifies me more than somebody saying to me is like, we need to talk, is what type of music do you listen to? Like that just sends me into, that just sends me into complete like flames. And so.
And to her point, and that just trying to trigger something, because a lot of people, they'd be like, you know, what type of music you listen to, or what type of music do you do? And a lot of people's response will be, I do everything. Oh, I listen to everything. And you look in a playlist, or they tell you like you ask like what, and then they be like, yeah, you know, hip hop, R&B, yeah, everything. It's like, nigga, that's not everything. Like you're not even scratching the surface of like anything. Like when we say everything, we mean everything. Like there is like you know, like I said, hip hop, R&B, jazz, funk, classical, country, alternative, rock, punk rock. Like it's a real thing. It's a real thing. Like everything. And so when we do this verses again, or this rendition of verses,
The
like
BRSP version.
right, you're gonna really hear. Good job. You're gonna really hear,
I'm fumbling over here, y'all.
or as I said earlier, see our ears. I like that hashtag. See our ears.
See our ears. Write that down.
That's a real thing. That's a t-shirt for sure. So yeah, we're gonna start. So we're gonna go play records back and forth. We're gonna start with, what do we want to start with? So we got hip hop. We got 4 decades of music. We got the 80s, like Lysa said, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, and then we got hip hop, R&B, gospel, and pop.
Whatever the hell that is.
Whatever.
Pop changes over 40 years.
Oh my gosh,
something completely different.
It's insane, and we're gonna have that conversation too. That can actually kind of go with our culture vultures episode. And boy, do I got a lot to say about that. I'll tell you that.
I'll take Larry back in business.
You niggas, I want to talk about it. Okay, it is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Give me that thing.
It's National Mental Health Awareness Month, and we do want you to know that's what we were supposed to say at the top of the episode. You can talk about it. You can. And that's it, man. Talk to somebody.
Or did y'all see our post about that?
Yeah.
Are y'all following us on our stuff?
Yeah.
I know we doing a lot of like pre-setup for this episode, but like we got to get these announcements and stuff out the way before we get this stuff on the road.
Church announcements.
Go with me if you okay.
But yeah, follow us everywhere. BRSP everywhere. It's Backroom Speaks Pod on IG, right?
Yup.
Backroom Speaks at Twitter, right?
Yup.
You can do facebook.com/BRSPOD for Facebook.
Yep.
What else? YouTube. Backroom Speaks Podcast. And then, of course,
just go on the website.
Go to the website. It's backroomspeakspod.com.
Yes.
Easy money. You can get the link to the episode.
You get the link to everything.
It's right there. Actually, yes, the link to everything is on the website.
Yep.
So just go to backroomspeakspod.com. Thank you, Lysa.
Yeah, I'm here all week.
Oh, come on. Yeah?
Some applause. Actually. Thank you out there. Wow. First, I want to thank my mama.
Play the music on you like at the Grammys.
West
Side. I realized I didn't do that today.
Real quick, because for the last 2 weeks I've been saying this, but the Backroom Speaks is still looking for an alternative host.
West Side.
In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room.
Turn that shit off.
10 filled closets in the back too.
But God. Oh.
If you would like to be part of the Backroom Speaks, turn that stuff off.
Okay.
If you would like to join our team at the Backroom Speaks, please email me directly at Lysa@backroomspeakspod.com.
And after all that, I'm gonna be right here, and you know what I'm gonna say.
You can talk about it.
What's up?
In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room.
Fucking quit.
Well, I don't know who wrote that song,
I'm
but
getting
let me
outta
tell
here.
you. Stay right there. It's okay. We're gonna get started, bro, because we've wasted 15 and a half minutes. And
Bullshit.
it was fun. All right, but what we starting with? So we in the 80s. And we got our 4 genres. Which genre we gonna start with?
Were you born in the 80s?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Let's start with what you got up first?
Gospel, hip hop, pop, R&B.
Let's do pop.
Let's do pop. Who going first?
You is.
You is. Okay. What's my pop pick?
What is your pop pick?
Okay. I'm going to 86 with this one.
Shine on me.
Bro, you know something funny? Oh, here it is. So my pop pick, 86. I feel like this is easy for everybody. It's Prince.
Yes.
OG Prince. Rest in peace.
Oh my God.
Okay. But yeah. Kiss.
Yes.
Don't have to be beautiful.
Yeah.
To turn me on.
What'd he say?
Kiss.
All right, that was good.
Yeah.
That was fine. Yo, Prince is the GOAT. And I think Lisa's pick for this is
I had
another
a Prince
record.
song too. Prince ruled the 80s for me. I mean, again, y'all, this is only a snapshot.
Word.
We ain't even covering the surface of what the 80s did for music, pop music at that. Like,
I mean,
but
come on.
we met up on the Prince joint with the 80s. So you,
Hey, and by the way,
read.
before I play Lisa's record, like we're gonna set this up kind of like a versus, but like tell us who won. Like I want to see score counts of who picked the best records for these joints. So yeah,
You might win.
I
think you said that because you're gonna win.
pretty sure I will.
Shit.
So yeah, what you got, Lisa?
I have, of course, I Would Die For You.
Come on, man.
I wanted Pop Life, but that was 85. But we gonna go to 84 with I Would Die For You. Prince and the Revolution. Let's go. Hey.
Yeah, man. Yo,
Oh my God.
listen.
What a time to be alive. I wasn't, but
I wasn't either.
the fact that
sheesh.
this music is so much a part of my life, and I wasn't even born until about 5 or 6 years later. So
Yeah, and then everybody, but now, even now, everybody who has a live show is trying to make sure they do that song, and they don't
That's
do it.
facts.
They don't do it that well.
some
So
of them don't.
and y'all know how Prince felt about his music and people doing it over. Y'all should think about that next time y'all cover Prince. Like, yeah, I'm praying for y'all. What are we going to next, G?
Let's do some hip hop, man.
We going to hip hop? Okay.
All right, so let's
That was not an edit, guys. It is an edit. Hey,
is
listen.
edit.
So we're doing hip hop.
hip hop. Let's do hip
So
hop.
80s, right?
80s hip hop. What you got?
Make sure you say 80s again. 80s for the people in the back. So my 80s pick. Okay, movie Crush Groove, right? If anybody saw Crush Groove, if you haven't saw Crush Groove, go watch it because it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Probably the greatest hip hop movie of all time. Mm-hmm. And that's where I got introduced to all these old guys, Fat Boys, LL, like as a youngster, not the big buff LL niggas know now from NCIS. No, the little skinny nigga with the bucket hat, like. Yeah, I mean, Fat Boys, Curtis Blow, all them niggas. Not Tina Marie.
What are you going through?
Oh my gosh. What's shorty name? The drummer, Sheila E. And her relationship, it was a thing. Anyway, it was a great movie. That's why I got introduced to LL, and my pops was obviously a fan of LL, and my personal favorite LL record. I mean, and it's not close either.
never can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put his face in the sand.
Talk your shit, LL. I'm back. Hey, that's probably the top 5 verse of the 90s, of the 80s. I'm just so stuck in the 90s, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to LL Cool J. I hope he's listening and watching. You know, of course he is, right?
Right.
Of course LL watches this pod.
He gonna find this one day. Watch.
I mean, I don't differ. Beg to differ. Whatever. But yeah, that was my pick. We still in the 80s, right?
Still in the 80s.
Let's make sure we remind each other that we're
Yes,
still in the 80s.
we gotta, because we drifted to the 90s. You all won't see that, but
y'all will not see that.
Y'all will not. Maybe it's a blooper reel or something.
Y'all pray for us. What you got for the 80s?
So
hip-hop?
for the 80s, this is
fire,
right before
too.
the flip. I am a huge Slick Rick fan. I always have been since I was little. I was very intrigued with his voice and how he told stories, and that's what the hip hop is about. Like the feeling that you get with the storytelling, and it was just, yeah. So I'm going to 1988 with Slick Rick with Children's Story.
Word.
Man.
Here we go. Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, where laws were stern and justice stood as if I pulled this trigger. So he cold dashed and ran
Yo.
up the block, cop ready.
Oh my God.
And if you're not familiar with this song, like, you know, it has no hook. It just goes on and on and on. Slick Rick,
the realest.
top 3 at least best storytellers of all time, easy. And it's not close. It's top 3, not 3.
It's funny. I was thinking about this, and Meek Mill said he did it without a album, and Slick Rick did it without a hook. I don't know. I thought that was probably really lame.
I mean, no, it worked.
It was, but
it worked. There's not many people who did that.
Yeah.
And it's especially if you go into like how artists were conditioned to stick to a certain format, especially back then. Like you were told it's verse hook,
Make it radio,
16 hook, and back then there was 3. I mean, remember 3 verses on the song,
man.
16 hook, 16 hook, 16 hook. And if it was an R&B record, or if it was a girl record with a singer, 16 hook, bridge. You know what I mean?
You barely
Like,
get a bridge in music these days. You niggas trash.
What is a bridge?
What is a bridge? Niggas don't know.
Okay, what we going to next, G? We still in the 80s. We got pop and gospel left.
Okay.
You gonna leave the same?
Pop. We did pop already.
No, we didn't. We did.
We
did pop. We got R&B
and gospel.
and gospel.
Might as well keep it in the world. Let's do some R&B.
The world. Keep it in the world is funny.
Right?
So my R&B pick, I don't know how many people are familiar with Karen White, but she was fire. And she actually puts me in the mind like she's in that same vein as like what Tina Marie was doing, but we were keeping the whites off the list.
Not my TV.
Okay, so we were keeping the whites
I
off the
wasn't
list.
letting them have that. I just kept looking down.
So yeah, Karen White, The Way You Love Me, song is fire. And if you don't know it, like, just, the song is fire. She said,
Hey, baby, you're driving me crazy.
Give him a lap scarf. Let me see what I got.
that song is fire, bro.
Put your cape on or something. Just, it's all right.
Okay. That was my R&B pick for the 80s.
That's feel good music, man.
Karen White, wherever you are.
She better be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's alive.
I wasn't even going there.
Oh.
I mean, I was.
She's probably
but I
still
just
fine.
didn't-
I don't know.
Ew, stay dry.
Hit me.
Dominique, are you watching?
Westside Law. Westside Law on IG.
Oh my God.
I don't know what Karen White looks like
What
today.
are we selling here?
Anyway, we still in the 80s R&B. What's your 80s R&B pick, Lisa?
So there are 2 people, maybe like 3 people I want to be like when I grow up. And the oldest of those 3 people happens to be Babyface. Babyface is just it for me. And so we we going right before the flip to the 90s and with Whip Appeal because
Yo. What? Babyface is tied with the longest intros with James Fortune. Tackle that on the gospel section of this. Huh?
Somebody told me
What they tell you, bro?
for your sweet loving.
Yo, that's wild.
I hate it here.
Babyface, probably the best writer of all time. And it's not close. It's not too many people in that spot. All right, what's last? Ooh, gospel's last. Yeah, after all that sinning.
36 minutes in and we just through the first decade.
Yeah, we're gonna move it
be a
along.
minute.
We're gonna move it along. Okay, gospel. Now we say, put my drink down. So you know what? Actually, on the same, like Walter Hawkins to me is
Yes.
his name is Walter Hawkins.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So she just turned into Church Mother Bennett.
Yes.
But this song I hated as a kid, actually, and I grew to love it as I got older. I wish you would stop. And the glasses are just. I'm just gonna play the song. What is this, Walter Hawkins, bro?
Praise the Lord.
Boom, boom, boom. I hope all the saints know we still saved after playing all this worldly music and the church stuff. Okay, yo, this song, yeah. Walter Hawkins, shout out to Walker Hawkins. Walker Hawkins. Shout out to Walter.
Shout out to the people that actually still do this song and do it right.
And do it right.
And
That's huge.
emphasis on do it right. Like
Come on, man.
placement, all this. You can't mess with the OGs. Man,
You really can't.
And not do their stuff right. Y'all can redo this new stuff as much as you want, but the classics, leave them the classics, which is why I'm still rolling with a classic. Chi-Town, stand up.
Chicago, man.
Chicago, what's up? We go ahead.
Oh, this is so
Oh my
bad.
God, this is horrible.
So bad.
You know, how many of you know that Jesus
Okay,
rose
all right. How many of you?
and he
okay.
lives?
How many of you know overnight celebrity?
How many of you know go to hell?
How many of you know he's able?
How many of you know that the
Trouble don't last
apostolics
always.
are out of control? How many of you know that total praise? But no, sorry, church culture. But I'm gonna just continue. I'm gonna continue cooking with my list because
How many of you total praise is hilarious?
yeah, I know, right?
All right, we cooking. Go ahead.
How many of you look and live?
I do look, and
All right.
all right.
I can't get no help in this obviously apostolic establishment, but
Jesus.
I'm gonna go to Jesus Rose by Milton Brunson.
Come on, Jesus.
And the Thompson Community Singers, literally some of the greatest of all time.
Easy.
Easy, hands down. So here we go. Your choir did this. Wow, wow. That's all I need.
I kind of wanted to hear that part.
I bet you did. Sorry for the N word drop in the middle of Jesus Rose. He rose for that, I think.
Started me on.
Oh, God. I wanted you to tell the story behind that, but we'll talk about that another time.
We're so behind.
Where we are really behind. Let's go to the 90s.
Did I do my gospel? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Yeah, you did.
So we in the 90s now.
We in the 90s.
Okay. Well, we starting what category did we start
I think
with?
we started with hip
No, we didn't start with hip hop. Was it pop?
pop. Let's do pop.
All right. 90s?
Yeah. What was mine?
What is my 90s pop record? Easy. Okay, easy one. It's gonna come from the King of Pop. Cause why wouldn't it? Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. And I feel like everybody would know what I will pick, but it's easy. I'm just let it rock. Come on, man. Shout out to Teddy Riley.
Oh yeah, Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley. Teddy is records of all time. Do you remember time?
Yeah.
I wish a nigga would come up to my wife and say, hey, you remember? Yeah, nigga, yeah, let me give you something else to remember. Bum ass nigga. Shout out to Michael Jackson.
Oh my
give
God.
you something to remember. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you remember this?
Mercy.
You remember my hands work, nigga? We just play gospel. I'm sorry. What's your pop 90s?
I have no idea. Oh, yeah. TLC. R.I.P. Left Eye.
R.I.P. Left Eye. I'm sorry, this is your record.
No, it's okay. TLC was one of those girl groups that for me just transformed the sound of just a lot.
You was going around saying, what about your friend?
All of that, like, come on, man, T-Roz. Come on, all
Going
right.
to a seizure. I was having a seizure.
They just...
You were like wearing a condom over your left eye?
All right, play Waterfalls, TLC. That's my 90s pop tune, believe it or not. That's pop, man.
What is a condom?
You and your married ASS, it's undefiled. You should know what that is.
Way before marriage. Okay, wait, listen.
Just fucking play the song.
Wait. I'm over here messing stuff up.
Oh my God.
What was I saying? Way before marriage is what I was saying. Listen.
Oh my God.
No. TLC, Elisa just said, like, you know, it is pop. It's considered pop. Like, it's kind of like an R&B record, maybe, but, like, it's pop. That's what the whites call it. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that what the whites call it?
Please help.
What they doing?
Moving too fast, shine, yes.
You have to let
I'm going to add that to the ending or some part of it. I'm going to add that shine to the ending or in the middle of every song that I have.
Shine, yeah.
Try to sing Shine on Me in the middle of all of your favorite songs. I bet you it fit.
It shouldn't, though. Why? Anyway, where we at? Hip hop?
Yeah.
90s hip hop. So
90s hip hop.
Okay, everybody knows I'm a hip hop head. I love Posse Cuts. This is probably the greatest. Top 3. I don't know if it's this or Reservoir Dogs. But top 3 Posse Cuts of all time. All about the Benjamins. Everybody knows this beat. It's crazy.
What y'all want to do?
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy because the couple was talking that talk, bro. Applause.
Who drive millenniums? It's all about the Benjamins. What? I get a 50-pound bag of ooh.
Puff Daddy. When he was Puff Daddy. Fire. Top 5 Posse Cuts of all time. Shout out to Puff and the Locks. I wish I would have got the Styles P verse, but Jadakiss, Sheek Louch, Styles, Lil' Kim, and Biggie on that record. Sheesh.
Loaded record.
It's insane. We doing 90s hip hop.
90s hip hop.
What did you pick?
It should be I have a personal connection with Crucial Conflict.
I think both of us have. I mean, Chicago, man.
I'm just all in Chicago, but growing up, man, I was listening to a lot of music I ain't have no business listening to. Crucial Conflict being one of those groups. Ride the Rodeo, Hey, all of them joints. And so for me, even though it's kind of like hip hop rap, but right, kind of
Hip hop what?
rap-ish.
This is hip hop.
There we go. I'm just saying. I just love that. All right, go to hell. But Crucial Conflict is just one of those. They speak for themselves, man. And so I had to add Ride the Rodeo for my 90s hip hop. Don't judge me. Chicago stand. My stuff. I want to say the other word. It's the rodeo.
That puts me back at such a time.
I know, right? Do you remember what you were doing when this song came out? I was young as hell, but
I was riding in a Honda hatchback with my Aunt Lenny and
shout out to Aunt Lenny, man.
eating pies from Burger King for free because she worked there. That's literally what I think of when I hear.
Man, when I hear this joint, I think of shout out to my other OG, Tita, man. She's the reason why I know a lot of these. Dominique, are you watching? This is somebody else you should be worried about. But ew. Tita.
Sorry.
You are annoying. Ew. What the hell? He's disgusting.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God, but we used to ride around like summertime Chicago. I'd probably be somewhere in the backseat with a snowball with something from El Grant and probably not wearing my seatbelt. Sorry, Ma. But,
what's a seatbelt?
and we were everywhere. What is a seatbelt? I forgot what type of car Tita had at the time. It was like this purple Chevy something. Was that a Chevy or something like that? Anyway, again, like, most of this music just puts you back in that mindset of like where you were during that time, the feel good stuff. And this is one of those tunes for me, like windows down, summertime Chicago, man. So we are moving right along.
All right, last one in the 90s, gospel 90s. Now,
we didn't do R&B, did we?
Did we? Oh, maybe not.
We did not.
Oh shoot! Oh, we're going there, man.
Oh, let's go to R&B.
R&B. Okay, easy. Something about Baltimore niggas, man.
Oh God.
Seriously, like people from Baltimore, they got that U. You know how they pronounce this stuff, and between Jodeci did it, you know, but Drew Hill for me. Cisco and the way they said D is crazy. Tell Me was the best song. Everybody was doing a dance. If I could stand up right now, I would do it. But I imagine people listening to this and they're just gonna do it at home. That is funny. Cisco still trying to make people believe he like women. Tell me, babe. Yo, you know what's funny about Drew Hill?
Wait.
Nokio? Oh, God. No, seriously. Like, I didn't know how much he was involved. Because you get these groups with like 4 or 5 people, and you don't know which ones were actually singing. Mm-hmm. Like 112, them niggas was singing for real. Everybody talk about Slim. I used to talk about Slim a lot because I hated his voice, but them niggas could sing together. Yep. For real. Drew Hill was another one of those groups. Them niggas was singing. Yep. And Nokio was like really... I thought he was just like the producer, like writer, and he would rap every now and then. Like, no, it's not like B2K where the only person was singing there was Marianne. I think. I don't know what them other niggas weren't singing. But like these niggas were singing. Shout out to Drew Hill. What's your R&B? We staying on R&B?
Yeah, just one.
R&B 90s.
R&B 90s. How many of you know that Waiting to Exhale?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, seriously.
How many of you waiting? How many
of you out there waiting to exhale? Brandy had a smacking tune. Again, feel good music for me. I'm a huge Brandy fan. Called Sitting Up in My Room. That was part of the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, which is also one of those groundbreaking movies of the 90s. And so I got Sitting Up in My Room.
Seems like ever since the first day we met, I must confess I'm a mess.
Yo.
Brandy, Babyface, written and produced. Whew.
Easy,
hands down.
Gospel.
So let's keep it moving because we almost at a
56
damn hour,
minutes in,
and we got 20 more years to cover.
I'm starting to think we should just save this episode 9 and do the other 2 decades, bro.
Whole time we could do a part 2 to this.
But I'm saying we can record it all now and then just.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, y'all ain't gonna hear that part. Well, the people who listen to audio, because I ain't cutting it out. Okay, we're on gospel.
Gospel.
I feel so terrible doing these gospel records after we done
But
sinned.
it's important. It's still part of our lives.
It definitely
it's
is.
still showing that you are an atrocious human that knows Jesus. At least you know Jesus.
And that's really what Christianity is about, guys. Kinda.
He's apostolic. Loose doctrine. Pray for him.
Don't get me started about the Baptists. Y'all smoke cigarettes in the pulpit.
That was one time. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, my gospel pick for the 90s was so easy for me. Well, it wasn't easy, but it was easy. I knew exactly what album I was going to. Because Kirk Franklin ran the 90s. And the 2000s.
He transformed music,
And
gospel
the
music.
2010. Kirk Franklin is literally the...
Trailblazer.
Probably, I was going to say like either the Fat Joe or Busta Rhymes of gospel, but it doesn't compare because Kirk Franklin had... And not to say that Busta Rhymes didn't have great albums, or Fat Joe definitely had great albums. But he's had a hit in every era.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still going. He just had a hit yesterday. What's the song that was big from this last Love Theory? Huh? You know. Yo, Kirk Franklin is a monster. And I went to What You're Looking For from, like, Kirk Franklin and the Family. It's amazing. Amazing. And this song was fire.
This is a song when Lawrence first believed.
No, this is a lot of my Auntie Lenny, too. Like,
This is for the young
she
people.
was,
Come on, Eric.
Kirk Franklin and John P. Key was our guys.
All the young people.
It can be argued that Kirk Franklin is one of the greatest producers of all time. Shout out to Sean Martin too.
Coming down.
Shout out to Snarky Puppy too.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I mean, it's Kirk Franklin. His name is Kirk Franklin. And
Find me another Kurt Franklin.
find me another one.
Find me another one.
Sheesh. Gospel, hip hop, R&B, or otherwise. Find me another.
Literally that. My turn?
It's your turn.
All eyes on me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, coming from somebody that also I think is just a musical acrobat that had some of the most, I mean, she did her own backgrounds, but till she flipped to the live joint and they just bodied everything she laid. Had one of the, what are you doing? Had one of the most amazing bands. I wish I had the list of people for this album that played. I don't even know them all off top. But and I won't even try. But Kim Burrell, 98, 99, Everlasting Life, Try Me Again. Those albums, if you just know anything about Kim Burrell, like they take you on such a musical journey. Everything unorthodox from what the bass was doing, from what the background was doing, from what she was doing. Jesus Christ. So I picked just one of the songs again, one of my favorite songs from Everlasting Life called Live Jesus. Just go back and listen to them records, okay? Like, bro, Live Jesus, Kim Burrell. She raw.
Heart to heart, there is
The answer to our prayer lies in prayer.
light in your hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, and glory to you. In spite of
Bruh,
Jesus.
Kim Burrell, man.
Goat. One of the goats.
Her name is Kim Burrell.
Listen to them records and
Facts.
go study.
Facts.
Okay.
So, we can keep going.
Yeah.
We did 2 decades. We still got the 2000s and 2010s to go. And we're an hour and 3 minutes in. So, what I think we're going to do
Okay.
is this is gonna be an episode. We're gonna lock this episode in. And shoot. Episode 9 will
Be a part 2.
We'll have the 2010s or the 2000s and the 2010s.
Yep.
For sure.
It's because we carried on so much on top, but
Gee,
I don't apologize for it.
And we're going to do that when we do
it again.
But no, this was fun.
I love this.
This was fun. And I can't wait to do it again. Really quick, I do want to shout out.
Yeah.
My brother, of course. Curtis McCautry. Creative Clothing.
He on a Creative Clothing blackout.
Gee, listen, Curtis, we this is episode 7. Curtis probably missed one episode.
Maybe one.
I think there was one episode.
And if he didn't wear it, I wore it.
I mean, literally. And I mean, that's what we do to our people.
Yep.
For our people. So yeah, Creative Clothing 773. Support. Spend your money.
Spend your money.
It's
Buy
good
that
there.
stuff.
And then Lysa actually wore this shirt on episode. I don't remember what episode, but Black Music Matters.
Yeah, shout out to Adrian Dunn of Hopper and
come on the show, Adrian.
BME. We're gonna try to get him.
We want to talk.
On. We do want to talk. Adrian Dunn is just somebody that you need to know. I said need to know. Just with the type of work that he's doing. This nigga's kind of changing the world musically. And you guys don't even know it yet. If you do know, you see what he on. But we're rocking Black Music Matters.
There needs to be more. There needs to be more of this. Like, I need some other Black Music Matters stuff.
Yeah, I think he has some more stuff out. We'll see. I'm gonna talk him into like a hat or something.
Yeah, I need a hat.
There are hoodies and t-shirts for sure. Yeah. So go run up that website. We'll put up the information at the end. But
and a pin.
Shout out to Adrian Dunn. Shout out to the Adrian Dunn singers. I'm one of them.
She's one of them. Shameless plug.
Who
got pins? I want some pins.
I think a lot of people. I know of a couple people that got
I know Ambi got some.
Okay.
I think. Ambi, get my stuff.
Yeah, where my t-shirt at?
Shout out to A Piece by Ambi. But yeah, we love everybody. Listen, episode 7. Oh, what episode is this?
8.
This is episode 8. Yeah, this is so crazy. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Like, we're gonna end this episode. I'm so happy to be doing this podcast with everything's going on. Like, I'm doing the podcast, and I'm doing it with my best friend, which is pretty dope. But people who are watching and giving us feedback, whether you texted to me, you posted it.
Yeah, man.
People who are rating on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, things like that. Like, we're gonna do this, G, and like the meetings that we've had lately, like we plan on doing really big things.
You're gonna change the world
with the podcast. That's the plan.
Yeah, y'all have no idea of the stuff we got cooking up, but
I just love that.
Yeah, man. Keep praying for us. Keep praying with us.
Yeah, man, and keep supporting.
Keep supporting. Keep liking. Keep sharing. Tell your mom and them to subscribe. And yeah, we got some really dope things up our sleeve.
And I can't wait for y'all to see it. It's gonna be crazy.
Wait. Real quick, can I do this? This is really kind of off script, but BC from the Bronx.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. You know what you're doing. Brian Colston. Literally. And we're gonna have her on too, because I want her to talk about the work that she's doing.
We can do that.
She's making big strides.
On a random episode. Like,
yeah, she's making some big strides herself, but we can't even tell you all what she's been to the Backroom Speaks podcast since outside of our onset, but like really coaching us through this thing for effective rollouts. Like, there's so much that goes into this. And I know we like an hour and 7 in, but
Bree from the Bronx. We love
Bree
you,
from the Bronx, man. I love you, girl. That's my Sora. Double Sora. Shout out to Sigma Alpha Iota and Beta Psi Nu, our organization. I had to do my thing.
Chicken noodles.
I'm Greek. Y'all wouldn't have known that we Greek out here. What's up?
Chicken noodles pie. Alpha Psi.
Shout out to my co-host, the hater. Again, guys, we're going to get up out of here.
Psychi fighter.
Stop playing before I pop you.
I don't know.
Playing with my Greek boy. This is...
And one day we're going to talk about church folk who get in those religious gangs called sororities and fraternities.
I don't want to mess with those religious joints. We're getting out of here. This is the Backroom Speaks podcast. The bravest face.
Some people got brave face. Them shits be ugly.
Oh my God. This is the Backroom Speaks podcast, the brave space for creatives, because find me another co-host and find me another one. Love y'all, man.
All bad views in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can talk about it.